Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the second episode of the Through the Hoops podcast. I'm your co-host Trey Johnson.
And I'm TJ, and let's get right into it. So, first off, we gonna talk about this Rockets game. Which more we're gonna talk about is the Victor Oladipo game.
Yes.
So, Victor Oladipo made his return today. Really from the trade to the from the Pacers to the Rockets. And first game, he dropped 32 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. Though they did lose, I think all around it was a really good Rockets game.
Yeah, I think so too. He shot 44% from the three-point line. He shot, excuse me, shot 57% from the field. Although they would have won the game if he just took care of the ball more. He had a bad seven
Yeah,
turnovers and 56 from the free throw line.
yeah,
But like once he gets back in the groove with it, he'll be back to his normal,
yeah,
his normal shape that we seen back in 2018. All the people that pushed LeBron up,
yeah,
what, 7 games on that team?
yeah.
Yeah,
That
dude.
first round, 7 games, and the reason
Yeah.
why I liked what I seen this time was because when he returned in 20 last season, I think it was like that early last season, I think it was or late last season. I mean, with the Pacers, I think he didn't. He played okay, but he was not playing like he was that year before when he was in the All Star and everything.
Yeah, I agree.
So I really like what he did this time when he came back. He dropped like a lot of points. He's
Yeah.
just trying to show them who won the trade. Like he's
Yeah.
trying to show that he can still hoop out. Like this is not a bad trade, I think. So
Yeah, it's not at all. You look at him, he did good. He had 9 assists, 2 steals in his first game back. Like he's gonna be back to that same Victor Oladipo level.
yeah,
And probably on the Magic, that evolved him on the Pacers. And you surround this guy with a guy like Christian Wood, who had just had
30
30,
points,
man, 39
30
shots,
on them boys.
60 from the three-point line,
Yeah,
69 from the field. This was a guy with Eric Gordon. He had 21. Man, like this is a good constructed team right here. This team's gonna get nothing but better in a couple of years. This team's gonna be dangerous.
yeah. I think this is gonna be a really good team. I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that this man Eric Gordon had 21 points. He been stepping up a lot with John Wall out. He's stepping up a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, I totally forgot they
Yeah,
had Wall. Oh
John
yeah.
Wall. With John
Yeah.
Wall, Eric Gordon has been stepping up,
Oh
and
man.
so
Dangerous.
it was like I said again, it was an all around good game. The Bulls obviously they was gonna ball out. They had multiple people double digits. Lowry Markin at 18 points, Garrett Temple 13 points, Wendell Carter 10 points, Zach Levine 33, Kobe White 10, Thaddeus Young 12, Denzel Valentine 13, right? And Ryan Arcidiacono had 9 points, right? But that's a really good game, and everybody not starting, so these are people coming off the bench, getting
Yeah.
shots. That's what you want in a team. You want to be able to know I can take my starters off, and I can still have people come out here scoring all these points, all these people
Yep.
converting. So
Exactly.
yeah, so I really like that coming out of them. Lowry Marketing, like I said, he just trying to prove himself. He making sure he's gonna get that contract next season because he's about to be a
Yeah,
free agent
yeah,
after this season.
he better prove
Yeah,
himself. Yeah, so
so
he
he's
has
just trying to get that bread. Garrett Temple, I always like I've always had like a little sweet spot for Garrett Temple. I think he's a really good role player, and now he's older, especially with this young Bulls team. They need these older players to give them leadership. So like I said, him and Thaddeus Young, they're always going to be them leaders in that group. So yeah, and plus Patrick, their rookie Patrick, I don't want to say it's Patrick Williams, right?
yeah.
Yeah. He wasn't even playing today. So it was a lot of good basketball. Like I said, the Bulls actually until earlier, like I think yesterday when they lost to the Lakers, they were like on a 3 game win streak. So
Yeah.
they was going crazy.
Very
Yeah.
good. Zach Levine is finally getting the recognition he deserves.
Yes.
He's been doing this for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
It was him, Cat, and Andrew when it was them guys compared together. But all in all, like this team is gonna be good.
Yeah. They shot a 44% from three. The Rockets basically shot the same amount. Honestly, um, the Rockets have a better field goal percentage. And I think it's really just because they shot less. They shot like 5 less shots than them. The rebounds, the Bulls had 10 more rebounds. It was pretty even in the assist game. Steals are pretty even. Turnovers were the same. They both had 17 turnovers. So
Mhm.
there's really nothing on paper, like right here on the team stats that you would see with difference. But in the end of the day, like I said, it really just came down to just how the Bulls were. They were all on go this game. Like they were
What I
ready.
think came down to was who was able to take care of the ball.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think that if Oladipo didn't have those 7 turnovers, maybe we would have had 3 or 4. They would be up.
I mean, if Harden was there, they would have had 10 turnovers.
Yeah. 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 But like, yeah, but on the serious note, like, yeah, like that was really bad. 7 turnovers, 7 more extra opportunities that you're giving for
Yeah.
his offense to do their thing, But
Yeah.
I don't know, like I'm really happy with what I see with both teams.
Yeah, dude. I like that. People really thought the Rockets. Like, honestly, I don't think the Rockets are gonna do anything crazy this year. I know
Yeah.
it's still really early.
Even if they did have James,
Yeah,
I didn't think they
yeah.
could do anything at all.
Yeah, because I know it's really early in the season, so you can't really count anybody out yet. But honestly, I like how both these teams are really bright future. And they actually smartly flipped James Harden and to convert him into a lot of good draft picks. And they got a really good player in Victor Oladipo, who's obviously, I think he's going to be a consistent future All-Star. Yeah, so I really like this. And Christian Wood, he's gonna be good. So I think
this dude got some limit from him.
Yeah, so now we can talk about the new player they just got, Kevin Porter Jr. Right? So they just traded Kevin Porter. The Cleveland Cavaliers traded Kevin Porter Jr., their former first round pick, for a future second round pick. Right? He was traded because when the Nets traded away Taurean Prince and Jared Allen, Kevin Porter Jr. came back into the locker room and he got mad because Taurean Prince had his locker, like they had gave Taurean Prince his spot in the locker room, right? And he got really mad over that and it caused a locker room fight, right? So I guess they did see that as a very it would affect the team chemistry. Kind of like a cancer to the locker room situation. Yes, and this has always been a big problem for Kevin Porter Jr. because even in college, his coach, his main flaw was he's uncoachable. Like he doesn't listen. He has a really bad attitude. And Kevin Porter Jr. can ball, bro. Like he's actually a hooper. Yeah. But I just think the problem with him is the fact that he just needs to fix all his attitude issues. He needs to realize.
Part of it with me is just thinking that he's 19, he's still maturing as time goes on. But when it's something about a locker, that shouldn't really bother you like that. It's a locker. It's not gonna make you play better. It's not gonna make you play worse.
Yeah.
Moving in a couple of guys, to build some kind of thing to do with the team and later on. And if you're gonna cry about a locker, sooner or later you're gonna be crying begging a spot for the NBA because everybody sees that nobody's gonna want to pick you up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up getting waived if he doesn't come back and play on his aim game because you look at him, for his career, he's a 10-point per game scored. He's 44% from the field, shoots 36% from the 3-point line. If he doesn't come back and become like a good 16, 17 per game score that the Rockets team is going to need, they're going to end up waiving him.
Of course, yeah. And I think his biggest thing right now, how tall is Kevin Porter Jr.?
I think he's 6'9", 6'7".
He's 6'4", actually. He's how tall?
6'4".
He's 6'4". I think
I thought of Quinn Reddish. I don't know why.
I think the biggest thing with him right now is honestly, Kevin Porter Jr. is good. I do not see him playing a starting guard position with the Rockets.
Yeah,
and I say this because even though he's 6'4", that's not short, but it's not that tall either, right? He's gonna have to play that shooting guard, small forward position because there's an open spot in small forward for the Rockets. They have like David Nwaba and somebody I forgot. They have mainly David Nwaba's been like playing the main small forward position for the Rockets. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So if he comes in and steps up and says I'll play small forward, even though he's 6'4", I think and he plays and hoops out there, I think he'll do really good. And he keeps a good attitude. He looks in a different light. He'll be a really good because I think this is a really good pickup. I think this pickup actually makes the Rockets better. but
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah,
it's a hit or miss. Like it's like really like a like they're gambling. They took a gamble at grabbing him.
yeah, it
So
is. It
yeah, because
is.
because like I said, he's a really good basketball player. But I've seen a lot of really good basketball players going to decline just due to the fact that they are not good in the locker room. Like people don't want to take the risk on them. And that's in sports everywhere. A lot of teams will not take the risk on you whether you're good or not. If the chemistry's bad, then the team's gonna end up bad. So
Yeah.
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 So since we just talked about Cleveland, yet again we can transition to the next topic, which we'll talk about the series of the Nets versus the Cleveland
Yeah.
Cavaliers.
Yes.
As you know, the first
I'm furious with the Nets right now. I am absolutely disgusted with them right now. I
the
really am.
the
It's it's a really big problem. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
all
ahead.
right, all right. The first game we're gonna talk about the first game right now, but as we know, the first game went into a double overtime, right?
Right.
Uh, I think this was a really good game. Obviously, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Honestly, I don't think anybody came in with them winning the game, right? Because
Right.
you had Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving all playing together. It was Kyrie's return to Cleveland, right? And we had three players play 50 minutes in this game. Kevin Durant played 50 minutes, James Harden played 50 minutes, and Cedi Osman played 50 minutes. This is a long game, right?
It was a very long
Yes.
game.
So I'm gonna let you go first because I already know what you about to say, and then I'm gonna go second.
Okay, so first off, I don't want to hear any talks about Kevin Durant being a better player than LeBron James. I don't want to hear it. 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 I do not want to hear it at all. I don't. There's no talk. He's the best player in the world right now. I do not want to hear it.
It's not my
I,
turn. It's not my turn.
I'm gonna let you talk on your turn. I don't blame these boys for losing the game. It was just the fact that you let them catch up in the matter. Well, yeah, no, you guys were down by, I think the most it was down by was 14 or something like that, and you came back up, and you have the three most clutchest players in the NBA. One has averages 9, one averages 8, and one averages 7 points in the fourth quarter. You got three of those guys in the fourth quarter. James Harden, he had 7. Kevin Durant, he had 11. Kyrie Irving, he had 10. They played their part, but I'm going to need more from Kevin Durant. I'm going to need something out of you, brother, because if they're talking about you are being the best player in the world, then it there shouldn't have been any tie games or anything going on. Colin Sexton went out there and balled himself out. He had him a game. 42 points, dude. 42 points. Nine. Come on, man. Like this dude right here, he did his thing. Going into overtime, he straight up took over in the fourth. No, not in the second overtime. He straight up 4 threes in a row, 20 straight points. This dude had him like back then with LeBron James against the Pistons, where he scored like the Cavaliers last 29 to 30 points or something like that. Colin Sexton had this kind of game. And you go over this kind of game. James Harden, he had 21. Kevin Durant, he had 38. Kyrie Irving, he had 37. They could not play any defense. The Nets scored 135 points. The Cavaliers scored 147. The Cavaliers, as a team, they averaged 104 points per game. The Brooklyn Nets, as a team, averages 120 points a game. So, there, hello, the Cavaliers, they're a very good defensive team. They're number four. They're number 4 in the league right now in opponent's points per game with 106. But the Brooklyn Nets, you guys are scoring 120 points a game. What is going on?
Can I talk now?
20 points a game.
Can I talk now?
Telling me in two overtime, you guys scored 135 points. Something's wrong right here.
Let me tell you something though. I blame Kyrie. I don't blame Kevin Durant. I blame Kyrie, and I'm gonna say it. And let me tell you let me tell you why.
Points.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why though.
Okay.
Who's guarding Colin Sexton?
Ky-
All right, now listen to this. Now listen to this. Now listen to this. Listen to this. Now listen to this. Now listen.
over him.
Now listen to this though. Who
Okay.
took the last shot in the fourth quarter?
Was it Kyrie?
It was Kyrie. I'm pretty sure it was Kyrie. He was ISO'd up. He took the last shot. And what did we say in the last episode? Who would we have taken the last shot? Who did we say? We said we was gonna have Kevin Durant taking that last shot. Do you think Colin Sexton would have balled out like that if KD took that last shot? The game would have been over. I'm telling you, the game would have been over.
Yeah, you're right.
The game would have been over. I don't blame. And the one thing I will say is, another person who I'm mad at is Joe Harris. This man played 42 minutes and had 6 points, bro. You one of the best shooters. You one of the best shooters on the team.
You
You
shot
got 6 points. That's the problem, bro. He's not getting the rock. They need to. Okay, look. The starters did their job, right? But I think there's something more.
Let me correct myself. He shot 10 shots and only made 2. That cannot happen.
That's what I'm saying. This cannot because
That can't happen.
Because what's going on is a lot of these, obviously, Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving got to get their shots up, right? Joe Harris, they're making plays for him when he gets in the game. They're making plays for him. He played more than DeAndre Jordan. Like, he had 42 minutes, bro. This man was getting starter minutes. Obviously, it's a double overtime game, but you're still getting starter minutes. You're getting in just as much as everybody else. You're basically the sixth man of this team, right?
Yep.
When you come in, you have to hoop out. Like, they need you. When they calling him in, James Harden does not know every play in the game right now. So when they take James Harden on and put you in the game, run the plays and make your shots, bro. If Joe Harris is making them threes, this game is not close. This is a good. This is
He
not. This is
he was getting very good looks. He was.
Yes.
And he made up for it because he was out there hustling with those rebounds too.
And another thing I think is, this was double overtime is no joke. That is deep waters. You in deep waters. You are gassed out, bro. And you already know who You already know who has no tank, bro. This man tank, it does not empty. He's called the young bull for a reason, bro. He was gonna hoop out. He's one of the most intense players in the NBA. He's gonna go crazy. He's been there before, right? And I think a lot of the problems is the conditioning of the Nets, bro. I think honestly in the second overtime they were tired out. They were not ready to play. They scored 8 points in the second overtime. The Nets, the Cleveland Cavaliers scored 20, bro. They scored 20. Yes, outscored the whole team. He was hooping.
Yeah, Kevin Durant had 2 points. He went over 2. Kyrie Irving, he had 4 points. He went 2 for 5. James Harden, he had 2 points. He went 1 for 2 in the second.
Yeah. Because if you look at it,
did what he wanted to do to whoever was guarding him. He shot over Kevin Durant. That shot he hit over Kyrie.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on.
And Kyrie, even after the game, Kyrie said he could do nothing but smile. He could do nothing but smile. I mean, this is a young player out here balling out of his mind. And this is what I like. When young players like Colin Sexton, they hoop out against really big teams, like good players. Cause a lot of rookies, even a rookie, cause even if you think about it, like as a rookie, imagine you a rookie, right? And it's your first game on the court. Somebody who you fantasize, like you want to be next to this person, like you wish today you could hoop next to this person, and you go there and you gotta hoop up on a James Harden, a Kevin Durant, a LeBron James. You cannot believe that you're like actually shook right now. This man Colin Sexton, from the moment he got into the NBA, he did not care about none of that. He came to hoop out, right? And I like when he does this, bro. He's a hooper and he been one. Like I really like Colin Sexton. Like I said, I always like. I like it. Like I like this young NBA right now. Like a lot of these young NBA teams, even Torian Prince, Jared Allen, they came with revenge. So
like how you saying earlier, like it's not that teams are bad.
Yeah,
they're just figuring out their system and figuring out how to play. You know, they're still developing and being better players every day. If you look at it, everybody's getting better.
Yes, even Larry Nance Jr. is even getting better, bro. He been in the NBA for a minute.
I watched this game. This dude is out here. He's out here just popping threes. He had a clutch 3 in the fourth quarter that kept him close with them.
Yes.
With the team. Like,
talk about some development.
Yes.
This is a very good development team. Cedi Osman, 25 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. Right? Andre Drummond, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 13 points. I'm not mad at Drummond, but I just wish he would get a few more rebounds. But as a team in total, they did get a good amount of rebounds. Cedi Osman has 7 rebounds. Larry Nance had 8. Drummond has 7. Torian Prince had 7. Jared Allen had 11 off the bench.
Look at the bench. Taurean Prince, he has
Like the
17.
whole team had double digits except Isaac Okoro.
He had 15. Like this team right here came to play.
They came to play on go.
Okoro needs to get better offensively.
Okoro does need to get better, yeah.
Because I was watching the game and he's out here making these stupid things. Like I don't know what you're doing. They're paying you all this money. Just play the game. Just play it.
Yeah.
I'm go out there and try to force it. Because when you force it, that's how you end up having 2 turnovers and respond. Yeah, like he has to get better offensively.
Yeah, but he's developing as a rookie, so
Yeah, he is.
So yeah, I do still think that was a really good pick for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think he's gonna fit into the team well. I know in the second game, Darius Garland did play in the second game against the Nets, but I feel like he did do a good job. They are doing a good job with the development of Darius Garland and Colin Sexton. They did say the backcourt wasn't gonna work, the 2 small player backcourt, but they're doing very well. And like I said, it's not even a matter of the fact that at this point, I feel like the Cleveland Cavaliers have all the pieces that they need to make a playoff contending team. They just need to develop them and keep them. Torian Prince, Jared Allen, them is 2 future starters, right? Because obviously Drummond not gonna be here for a long time, right?
Right.
They can either trade Drummond. Yes, they can either trade Drummond for more pieces so they could get Jared Allen on the court. Because I think Jared Allen needs to be a starter now. Because I think Jared Allen is just that good and he can develop very well. He's a top tier rim protector. He done blocked everybody. He can get the rebound. He can score points, right? So Torian Prince, I always thought Torian Prince was a hooper. He can shoot the ball. He can get to the paint. I think he should be.
Whatever you need him to be. That's what I like about him.
Yeah. So he can get down dirty, right? Like I said, Darius Garland, Colin Sexton, always good. Larry Nance is becoming a very good player. Cedi Osman is really underrated at this point. He's getting way better and better every single time. So yeah. So I think this more than anything was a defining moment for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I think now they realize
like display everything they can do. It really open a lot of people's eyes about what this team can really do.
Yeah, I think now they realize. I think really a lot of teams like them, like these young teams, is just really confidence issues. And like I said, Colin Sexton never not confident, but this team got really confident.
That's always what I said. That's what separates the good players from all time to like regular players.
Yeah.
The all time players, they have confidence. Like you probably got guys that can shoot just good as Steph Curry, but they won't go out there and pop it from a logo like Curry and Lillard will.
Yeah.
They got that confidence. It's always about a mind game. You always got to be confident.
Yeah. That's what I said. That's what they say. Even like people like Michael Jordan, he was always saying it's more mental than it is physical, right? Like they always say, Michael Jordan did ruin careers with the way he talks to people. He literally, Muggsy Bogues said Michael Jordan ruined his career because because I forgot what he told him, but I remember he roasted him when he was shooting the ball. He missed the shot, and they said he was never the same since. Just messed up his whole career. But it's happened.
It's about what you think about yourself. That has to be the most important thing as an athlete.
Yeah. All right. So then the second game was 125 Cavaliers, 113 Nets. Right. The Cavaliers really won 2-0. That was crazy. They won 2 games in a row against the Nets. James Harden had 19 points, 11 assists. Joe Harris again, 31 minutes, 8 points, 7 rebounds. Right.
He slowly reminded me of a Harrison Barnes or the 2016.
Yeah.
He's
yeah. DeAndre Jordan, 4 rebounds, 9 points, 26 minutes.
Yeah, they need to do something about DeAndre.
This team was not scoring, bro. It was literally Kyrie had 38 points.
Kyrie, he almost had 40.
Yeah. Jeff Green, TLC cooped a little bit. Yet here's the thing. This Nets team has 2 really, other than if we're not talking about the starters, we're talking about just purely off the bench players. They have 2 of the best off the bench players when it comes to shooting a 3 in the league, bro. You got Landry Shamet, a young 3-point shooter. And Joe Harris. If these 2 players come off the court and get these minutes, they need to make shots. Landry Shamet played 19 minutes.
He can make those kind of shots.
Yes, he can make those shots. We've seen it when he was with the Clippers, and he was playing.
31.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just need to see more out of Joe Harris and Landry Shamet. This is a really good team. They bench players need to play better.
games, bro. You cannot go 6 from 14
Yeah.
from. He had at
Yes.
least 3 from 14, bro.
Yeah. So,
He did. He had 11 assists and 5 rebounds, but he had 19 points. That's not gonna cut it.
yeah. And
He
whatchamacallit?
only had 4 free throw attempts. That's not his year.
Yeah. You talking about James Harden, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah,
you know his signature move, getting to the line.
yeah,
That's what they
yeah.
got you for.
That's his main thing of his game. He always finds his way to get to the line. Just
Get to the line.
find out how you can get to the line and punish them that way.
Yeah.
'Cause if the
So
shot's not working for you, the free throw, you have always proven to us that you can always hit those free throws.
yeah, because that's his. Like I said, James Harden. One of the things he's really elite at is getting to the line. He knows how to draw a foul, right?
Wow.
A lot of people, yeah, a lot of people clown him for that, but you cannot name another player who can do that like him. A lot of people,
Nobody in history.
yes, yeah. So, and yet again in this game too, Jared Allen, 19 points, six rebounds. Torian
Yep.
Prince, 14 points, 3 rebounds. Darius Garland game back. He scored 11 points, 3 assists. I'm not mad at it because this is his first game back or whatever. Sexton, 25 points, not stopping, right? Andre Drummond, 19 points, 16 rebounds, right? I like that because it's a
That's his
yes,
season averages.
yeah. Isaac Okoro, 8 points, 4 rebounds, still developing, so I'm gonna let it slide. Right? Cedi Osman, 5 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. You gotta do a little bit more than that. I need 15. I need at least 15.
He did have yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to do something. He
Larry,
cannot shoot 20% from the 3 point line.
yeah. Larry Nance Jr., 15 points, 10 rebounds. That's a good game. Like I said, as a starter, you do not need to score 20 points. I just need a production. I need produce. That's all I need.
To give something.
Give me something I can work with.
Yeah,
I'll take a starter that averaging 15 and 10 any day. Then somebody who can inconsistently score 20 points a game.
Or Ingram or something like that. Like,
yeah,
if you can prove that you can do something consistently, sky's the limit for you. Because the only thing you're gonna do is just get better at what you're doing.
that's what I'm saying. Give me my 15, 10, and you getting better. Come on,
Yeah.
come to the team. Come to the team.
Has. Just do your role.
Larry Nance showing his worth. Larry Nance is for sure showing his worth.
And he's really getting better. Dude is shooting threes now.
Yes.
Yes. Giannis used to take a thing or two away from him.
Yeah, I'm just telling you. Oh my God, the NBA about to be so great in the next few years.
Yes, it is.
It's about to be so great because you can. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. If you told me to predict who's gonna be the future best team in the NBA, I really couldn't tell you. I really can't tell you. I can't not tell you, bro. This about to be fun, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right. So after the Nets left Cleveland, I think this was after. Let me see. No, this is before. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the games that happened before this game, which is our more premier games. Now we're gonna talk about the real deal stuff. All right, we're gonna talk about the Brooklyn Nets versus the Milwaukee Bucks. This when we get to the MVP talks, the real stuff. All right, so a 125.
Giannis is overrated. Giannis is overrated.
125 Nets and 123 Bucks, right? Giannis had 34, Middleton had 25, Brook Lopez had 15, Drew Holiday had 22, right? This was an all-around good game. Everybody was hooping, starters wise. And I think I don't know. I don't know what to say about this game at the moment because a lot of the complaints people have is with Giannis is he never has any help. But in this game, you see right here, Chris Middleton showed up.
I have a problem. I have a problem. I really have a problem. Cause tell me if I'm wrong. He was the MVP, which I think Bron should have won last year. He was the MVP last year, and he was Defensive Player of the Year last year, right?
He shouldn't have got Defensive Player of the Year last year.
If you're the Defensive Player of the Year, even if he did,
and he was running from Jimmy Butler in the playoffs.
Let me get to my point, bro. You see what I'm about to say? Even if he didn't win Defensive Player of the Year, he would have been the runner-up. You are 6'11", and you have how tall is Chris Middleton? Chris Middleton is 6'7". You got a 6'7" Chris Middleton, and
One of the best two-way
six
guards in the
five.
league.
You have a 6'5" Pat Connaughton guarding a 7 foot, 7'1"
Oh, you talk
different.
about
You are 6'11".
that is when
You are fast as a guard,
yes,
strong as a center, and you played a small forward, power forward position,
and you have a really
like
long
number
wingspan.
35 in the black and white jersey.
Yes.
Why are you guarding Jeff Green? Why are you guarding Jeff Green? Why?
This is the time where you step up and you in the when you step up in the huddle, you say, "Coach, let me guard KD. Coach, let me lock him down." But because, like I said,
turn the offense to LeBron because you said you have the old school mentality, Where is it?
Just like
you are 6'11", and you are guarding Jeff Green.
That's what I said earlier. That's exactly why I said he didn't want to guard Jimmy Butler earlier. The reason why they lost that series versus the Heat was because they was like, "Are you gonna guard Jimmy Butler? Are you gonna guard Jimmy Butler?" He said, "Nope, my teammates got it." I understand. Trusting your teammates. Yeah.
Right to what we saying back earlier, TJ. Confidence is what these people need. If like Giannis is hurting himself, this dude should have had at least 44 this game. They left this man to open on the 3-point line and he airballed it. like, oh my gosh.
They left him open all game. They left him open all game, bro.
We can get to the Lakers game in a minute. Him and Ben Simmons, Ben Simmons is 6'10", Giannis is 6'11". In the beginning of Giannis's career, he had a good looking stroke. Excuse me. Them boys need to go find a shooting coach and learn how to shoot the basketball. Because if Giannis can learn how to shoot the basketball,
he's dangerous.
Like 24, 25, 27 at most. He's one of the majors.
Yeah.
He's stupid young. If he learn, even if it's just a simple mid-range.
Yeah.
Because playoffs, you're not gonna be able, like Ryan Holland said.
He's 26. He's 26.
But he was right. Going all the way back to like 2019, you tried to run through the Toronto Raptors and they built that wall. You're not gonna dunk. You're not gonna be able to dunk the way through the playoffs. You're not.
They had him locked down.
To expand your game, because if you don't, you're just gonna be one of those what ifs. You're gonna remind me of like you're gonna be a Karl Malone or you're gonna be one of those all-time greats.
Yeah, like he was so good, but he never won a championship.
He never got the ring.
Yeah,
never got the ring.
Yeah,
you need a shot because you're not gonna be able to dunk your whole.
That's gonna really hurt Giannis's rep when he gets older. Because if he cannot lead his own team to the big show, the final, the last dance, the finals, because.
He is. Him and Ben Simmons is a shot away from being what I think the best players in the
league. Ben Simmons is literally a jump shot away from being LeBron James 2.0.
I'm telling you,
he is literally one shot away.
6'10", he can pass. If he can shoot, there's no stopping him.
Yes, because at the moment it's just like when Jared Dudley, when they was talking that trash. When you get past half court, you are an average NBA player. Because
he is a 6'10", all first team defensive guard, and if you learn how to shoot, you can go down as one of the greatest point guards of all time, or one of the greatest players ever.
Yes, this is not the era for you to not know how to shoot. This is not the era, bro.
Yeah, it probably would have worked in
the day, but now you have to shoot. You have to know how to shoot.
You have to be a shooter now, or else you're not going to get it.
Yeah. Because the now a mid-range jumper is a forgotten game of the NBA. It's 3-pointers and inside shots. If you cannot shoot the three,
I'm not going to even say the mid-range is forgotten. Because if Ben Simmons or Giannis learn how to shoot the mid-range, they're going to be dangerous.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to have confidence, dude.
Yeah.
If you don't have confidence, you're just going to do this all the time. You should have had at least 46 this game because they are leaving you open and you are hurting yourself. You are literally taking a knife and cutting up your whole body without you even knowing. You're poisoning your own game. You need to have a shot or else you're not going to get anything.
That was a disappointment, honestly.
It was.
And these Bucks teams are consistently coming up short against these big teams. They lost to the Lakers. They lost to the Nets. Right, these are teams they need to beat, especially the Nets since they are in your conference. You're gonna see them again.
And you wanna you better just go over there to Golden State and play with Steph Curry.
bro. Like you say, you like this is what
They
I'm.
will make you a shoot over there.
Yes,
The Bucks are gonna sit here
because
and whatever they are
because
your yes man because they know you are everything that they have right now.
yes, because you can no longer, and people can no longer defend Giannis because every single year, Giannis has no help. Giannis has no help. Giannis needs an All Star. Boom, Chris Middleton becomes an All Star. They're still complaining. They say, "Oh, Chris Middleton's not a real All Star." I think Chris Middleton is
Look
really
at the
good.
game.
That's what
Look
I'm
at the
saying.
game.
Look at the
Giannis
game.
had 34. Drew
Yep.
Holiday, he had 22, 100% from the free throw
Yes,
line,
sir.
50%
Yes,
from the
sir.
field. Chris
Yes, sir.
Middleton, he had 25. Brook
Yes,
Lopez,
sir.
he had 15.
Yes, sir.
What else do you
That's what I'm
need?
saying. What else do you need? You cannot make an excuse for him no more. He has to. No, I'm not saying Giannis had a bad game, but you have to step up as that
Yeah, he
best
didn't
player
have
in
a
the
bad
league.
game. He
You have
just
to
had
step up. You have to.
problems with
That's what I'm
both
saying.
offensive.
I'm saying you have to step up as that player. You have to. You have to take initiative. You have to be that guy, right? You
And
you
honestly,
you
what I
shying
think,
away from the big players in the league, the
yes,
main scores of the other team. That is not
11,
going. Yeah.
step up to the play like how LeBron did to Jamal Murray. How they say, oh, LeBron
Yeah,
can't.
I forgot what Jamal Murray did, but then
He
LeBron
said,
said, "LeBron
and
said I'm holding him now." He said, "I got him now," and then guess what
he
happened
had
after that?
and he locked him down. Giannis, you can do the same thing because apparently you're the best defender in the league. You won Defensive Player of the Year. Step up to the plate. And honestly, I think this game should have went to overtime because Chris Middleton, like if you go back and look at the last play, Giannis was at, I think he was somewhere near half court and the back court. And they passed the ball to Chris Middleton, and Giannis had James Harden guard him. So they pass the ball to Chris Middleton in the corner. Chris Middleton, he's looking for a shot, and the paint is wide open. Giannis is cutting, but Chris Middleton is too busy dribbling the ball, trying to get. He missed Giannis's cut, and that easily would have been 125
Hmm.
overtime, and we probably could be talking about a different thing. Giannis
Yeah,
probably would have had 40 something. These guys have got to get better at the game of basketball, or
yes,
else you're not going to get any.
yes.
Giannis has to get better.
There's no
Chris,
excuse no more.
you got to make
You
at
have
least
a you have a good team.
now 1-3. He
Yeah,
went 0 for 5 from the 3-point line. Brook Lopez, don't shoot A3 in the game if you just gonna make 2 of them.
yeah,
You guys have got to know your strengths and your weaknesses.
yes,
Make your weaknesses stronger. And sky's the limit for this team.
yeah.
But yeah, if you just gonna keep doing this, you need to buckle up and go to Golden State because
And
they
this is yeah. And another thing that I really don't like to see is I really like Dante DiVincenzo, right?
I
And
do
I think
too.
he needs
I
to
watched
score
him
more
probably
points.
he had that
Yeah,
in the,
he needs to score more. Dante DiVincenzo is a really shifty guard. He's really shifty. He can shoot the ball. He has handles, right?
exactly.
Yeah, I'm like, we seen it. I need you to hoop up. I need
Yeah,
you.
we see what you can do. You
It's
gotta
con-
get to that
yeah,
normal.
it's consistency. That's what this Bucks team lacks. Is consistency.
Yes.
They need consistency. They spent a lot of time relying on Giannis. Now it's a lot of people here. Y'all need to start relying on yourselves more.
Yes.
Chris Middleton, I like a lot. He needs to be super consistent. He shows up when he needs to, but I need you to be super consistent. Drew Holiday is gonna always forever be consistent. He's been consistent his whole career, right? He gonna ball out, right?
You at some
literally-
time you don't expect.
Yeah, literally this season for them, they have an upgraded team. Y'all have to win. Y'all have to win. Y'all have a choice at this point.
Yes, and Giannis, you don't run from the challenge.
Yes.
Show up to it, punch it head on. Don't put Drew Holiday on Kevin Durant and Chris
Yeah.
Middleton and Pat Connaughton. You got to get there. You
If that's what I'm saying, because imagine if Giannis held Kevin Durant, we would have had a whole different story today.
A whole different story right now.
Because even if they would have lost, it'd be like Giannis did step up to the plate.
Yeah, he
he
did
did try
step
to
up.
guard him. We would have given him this credit, but you out here.
guarding Jeff
That's what I'm
Green.
saying. You out here running from a challenge, bro. Like that is not what you're supposed to do.
That's not
That's not
mine.
what you're supposed to do. And yet again, you were just talking about 3-point shooting. Y'all went 11 for 38 from 3. Y'all shot 28%, 29% from 3. That is disgusting. Again, I say, in this era of basketball, you cannot shoot like that. You have to make your shots. You have to make your shots. This is not good, bro. Like that's bad. That's really bad. Right? Turnovers. I will say this: the Nets have a big turnover problem, as they had 17 turnovers, right?
Yeah, and
the Bucks had 5. That is not like
That's like an extra 12
12
possessions?
opportunities. 12 opportunities to score the
Got
ball.
to capitalize off of those.
Yeah. And I feel like if they had Kappa, I don't know how many points they had off a turnover this game, but I just think that if they would have scored on most of them, they would have probably won this game. And if you look at the game, the whole time when Giannis was dribbling up the court, there was nobody at the free throw line. Nobody was guarding him. DeAndre Jordan was looking at him and stepped back behind the free throw line. Even if you don't want to take,
Jordan is watching the people that's cutting behind.
Even if you don't want to take the three, step up in the mid-range jumper. Come on.
Always shoot the three. Hit the mid-range. Hit the free throw.
Yeah.
Hit above the little free throw line.
Or you could just run up and hit a little floater or something. Do something.
He's not gonna block that
that's
floater.
what I'm saying.
Nobody's gonna block that floater.
Do something, because you sitting there shooting a three is not going to be effective, because that's mentally damaging. You're like, they're gonna leave me open. If I make this, I'm just gonna look real good, but if I miss this, I'm gonna look like a clown. And what you do, you end up airballing. You end up airballing the shot. Yeah, it's not good. That's not good. There was a lot of mistakes in this game, but I feel like all in all, it was a good game. I did like what I seen from the Bucks starters. I like what I seen from the Nets team. Right, they're showing that I like how everybody's showing that they can score the rock. Right,
yeah.
Like I said, remember I was talking about Joe Harris last game. Before that, he had 20 points this game. Right. Yeah. DeAndre Jordan still playing consistent, 12 points, 12 rebounds. Jeff Green doing what he's supposed to do, play that good leader role player position as an older player, 14 points, right? KD yet again 30, James Harden 34, right? Bruce Brown Jr., somebody people don't talk about a lot. He's doing a solid job as a hooper right now. 8 points, 6 rebounds. I need more. As long as he's dropping 8 to 10 points a game, I'm not worried, right? Because that's all they need out of him. And Landry Shamet, nowhere to be found. 11. But I will say this: he had 5 points in 11 minutes. I need more like 10 points in 11 minutes, because I know you can do that, right? Yeah, because I know you can do that. All right. TLC. He comes out every now and then. I'm not really. He's never gonna be that big player in the league. But he's gonna be that role player that makes 2-3 shots a game. So I'm not really worried about him.
He had nothing. He was
nothing. Yeah. But I don't know, because when he was on the 76ers, I thought he was gonna be solid. But now he's not as good as I thought he was.
If you look at it, the only stat that he did have was a personal foul.
Yeah. So now we gonna move on to the next game, which is Nets versus the Heat, right?
Oh, I can't wait to talk about this team. This we got the first one against the Heat without Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero, I think.
Yeah, Tyler Hero was not playing today.
Yeah, he was not playing. Why are we celebrating this? Why? Because, once again, Kevin Durant's not the best player in the world. Because if LeBron James had Kyrie Irving and James Harden, and they got their first win by 4 points without Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero, what would we be saying? Oh, Michael Jordan, he would never. Oh, Kevin Durant, he wouldn't do it. Oh, yeah. Why are we celebrating this? They should have had their first one against the Cavs. They should have had
the first one against second game against the Cavs.
Yeah, exactly. And now we want to celebrate them. Bam Adebayo had 41 points. Imagine what Anthony Davis is going to do. Come on, man. Why are we celebrating?
The one thing that makes me mad is, okay, look, this is my personal opinion. I do not like Kendrick Nunn. I do not think he's good like that. I think he's very greedy with the ball at times. I think he gets overconfident. When I was watching the finals, every single time Kendrick Nunn got the ball, I got scared because I thought he was going to do something stupid with the ball, right? Y'all let Kendrick Nunn.
He did in the regular season though that last year.
Yeah.
Away from
Y'all let Kendrick Nunn score 18 points, bro.
Yeah.
Goran Dragic, he's gonna hoop out. I like Goran Dragic. I think he's really underrated, actually. Ever since he played with the Suns, I thought he was underrated, right? Duncan Robinson, 18 points. He gonna get his, right? Yeah. 41. Now here's. Yeah. Here's somebody I like that I think could play better, but he's not. Mo Harkless, right? He only played 10 minutes, but I think Mo Harkless is a hooper, bro. I always liked Mo Harkless. He could play a lot better. This is a really good team. I like the Heat team. I think they're really trying to not rebuild, but they're trying to figure out who they are after they didn't win the Mickey Mouse championship.
Yeah. History you need to know that Mickey Mouse ring is the most expensive ring of all time.
Bro, you said this what?
It's the most expensive ring of all time.
Okay, bro. That Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Talk about the Mickey.
He put the most expensive ring of all time. The Mickey Mouse, aka most expensive ring of all time. Yeah, yeah. You can have that in there.
Bro.
That's crazy. We can talk about that for another day or say, but
Okay, yeah, we gotta talk about that another day. All
yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
all right, bro. Whatchamacallit? Yet
Yeah.
again, yet again, this team is really a good scoring team. Like this next team is a good scoring team. They can score. Kevin Durant, 31. Joe Harris came back. Remember, because after the Cleveland Cavaliers game, he was not playing good. 23 points, right? He's proven
Yeah, but
himself.
all I know is that Kyrie Irving wouldn't have had 28.
Yeah.
If Jimmy Butler was here.
Oh
Kevin
yeah.
Durant probably wouldn't have had 31. He probably would have had 27 or 26. And Tyler Hero would have came out here
And
and
dropped 20,
he
14, 20
probably
points.
11 shots that Duncan Robinson side. It probably would have been about 3 for 5. Tyler Hero would have came out probably made 3 out of 6. Like this, like, and honestly, if I'm the Heat, I'm making Myers Leonard, whatever he's doing right now. I know he's not with the team right now, but he needs to come out and do something and probably replace like Olenek because Olenek is out there shooting 2 for 9.
Yeah.
Myers Leonard, you had food before, bro. You got a strap. Like they got the gut. You are a big body. Like how tall is he? Is
Myers
he
Leonard, I think he likes. He
He's
likes
7
six.
feet tall. Like you are a strap. You shoot 43% from the 3 point line for your career. They have to guard you. Like and you have proved. I remember in the playoffs,
Yeah, he's 7'1", bro. You're
yeah, and
seven
he had
one.
like 25 points and a half.
Yeah,
Like
that's what the thing is. Yeah, and
man,
Myers Leonard did not even play in the finals, bro. He did not even play in the finals, and that's what really shook him because when you are a starter at the beginning of the season and Bam comes back and starts over you, and now you have no play time whatsoever, that's gonna shake you a little bit. They don't even got you coming to the games, bro. You need
yeah.
to. I would really.
I'm taking Kelly Olynyk out. He's coming off the bench with Iguodala and none of them.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to start and you have to play
Because these players, because the Heat, the problem with the Heat was they had players getting a lot of minutes and not being productive. Gabe Vincent, 20 point. I mean, he had 20 minutes, bro. 0 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 points. Right. Iguodala, 5 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, bro.
26 minutes.
Yes, 26 minutes, bro. That is ridiculous.
He was out there 19 minutes, 2 points. Like they had nobody off. They didn't have Jimmy Butler. They didn't have that
No Tyler Hero. Yeah. No Jimmy Butler. No Tyler Hero. And that's so funny because every time Tyler Hero doesn't work out, they always try to rely on Kendrick Nunn to try to fill up that hole in that slot. And like I said again, I don't like Kendrick Nunn. I don't like how he plays.
I don't necessarily think that the Nets won this, but I think the Heat lost. I think
this is a bad Heat game. This is a bad Heat game more than it was a good Nets game.
With the Nets right now, he's taking a bad Heat game without their superstar and one of the greatest shooters in the moment. And y'all beat them by 4 points. There's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that.
This team should be obliterating. This team should be obliterating teams like this.
Yes.
Injured Heat team should be getting bodied. This should have been like a 90 to 128, not a 124 to 128. Because it was a close game the whole time until literally the fourth quarter. They were coming back. This was why are we only outscoring them in the fourth quarter by? Oh no, the Heat made a comeback at the end of the game. Y'all let the Heat outscore you in the fourth quarter, 42 to 32. Why are they out hooping y'all in the fourth quarter? With who?
41 points in 37.
With who, bro? Oh, did you see the clip? Bam and Kyrie tried to do a jersey
swap.
Yeah. And they
I see that.
No jersey swaps in the NBA right now.
Yeah. I'm not celebrating this. Like this says a lot about this book. This team is not going to win the championship if he's going to be getting 41 points a game.
This is a game.
That defender that we seen 3 years ago. That was a top 2, top 3 defensive player of the year candidate. He's going to have to be that player.
Yeah.
And either you will have to bench Kyrie or James because they cannot start on the field together at the same time. Because if you go back here and look at it off the bench, Jeff Green, he had 11. Bruce Brown, he had 8. You could take that James Harden, start TLC, make him a two-way player or something like that, and you bring James Harden out here and he runs this offense off the bench, or Kyrie comes off the bench. One of them's going to take that role, else you're not winning the championship anytime soon.
Yeah, and I just really think it's just this is one of them wins where you go into the locker room angry. You're not happy.
Yeah,
This is not a win you should be happy about. And I think, and yet again, I think this is going to be another problem where a team gets too confident because I still do not feel 100% that all the players on the team respect Steve Nash as a coach, right? And Steve Nash, I don't know why, I don't know why where the disrespect came from Kyrie Irving. I feel like you should respect Steve Nash as not only as what he did in the NBA, but what he has done as behind the scenes as a coach. He did, yes. He did really good. He did really good in the coaching staff with the Warriors. They won't give him the credit for that. They won't. A lot of people don't realize what he did behind the scenes with the Warriors. He got his first ring with the Warriors. This is his first ring for coaching with the Warriors, and now he's coming over to the Nets. And I feel like he's calling really good plays. He's making sure this team is getting some really good looks. They just need to respect him more and trust him more. And I think it's just really, it's like a lot of initiative, and it's just really, can you put your foot down as a head coach? Because they're doing the same. They did the same thing to Doc Rivers last season. They did the same thing to Luke Walton when he was playing for the Lakers. These players do not respect people, right? And you have to step your foot down. You got to show them that you are the alpha male on this team. When it all comes down to it, you gonna come to me first. I do this for y'all, right? So. Yeah. So I think that's what it really is. They got to get everything figured out. Like I said, this is a new team. We've been playing together for like a week or two, right? But y'all supposed to come together fast. Kevin Durant, James Harden, y'all played together for years, right? Yeah. This should be your bread and butter, right? All right.
When they was playing together, James Harden was 6th man of the year.
Yeah. So I mean,
you're about to come off that bench and be it is okay to come off the bench. You can still be. What if I told you can come off the bench and still be an All-Star?
Yeah.
Andre Iguodala, he won Finals MVP coming off the bench. LeBron 36-11. Kawhi Leonard. You can play. If you want to be a champion, you need to play your role.
Yeah.
James Harden, you shot 8 shots this game and you had 12 points. Even though you made 2 out of 8 shots and most of your points came off of free throws. You had
11 assists.
9. You missed 6 shots and you only had 2 baskets. Come off that bench. You're playing 38 minutes and you're not being a defensive player. You're not a two-way. You're not a two-way sharpshooter. Mm-hmm. You are one of the best scorers of all time.
Yep.
You are one of the most unguardable players of all time.
Yep.
They tried guarding you from behind to see if it'll work.
Oh yeah, that Ricky Rubio.
You are literally one of the best scorers ever to pick up a basketball. Yep. Come off that bench. The bench players are not going to be able. If the starters ain't messing with you, the bench is not going to mess with you.
The secondary squad is going to be scared. They're gonna force to have to send one of their starters out to guard you, which is not gonna end up working anyways, and they're gonna be tired out. They're gonna have to switch with the rotation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're hurting yourself. You cutting off your own hands, and
that's an ego issue though. That's gonna be an ego issue, a big ego issue.
I know. Oh, I'm James Harden. I shouldn't. One of you two boys need to come off that bench, or else y'all going to be losing.
Yeah, and I think that should happen, or somebody's gonna have to get traded. And I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna be James Harden. So
yeah, y'all getting out of here. They gonna get somebody. They gonna get a couple of players because y'all very valuable.
So if they don't work out, I think somebody's gonna have to get traded. But at this point, I think it's going to just see how this develops. See who develops as these players move on. And we're going to see what happens, I guess. All right. So now we're going to talk about this 76ers Celtics game. All right. So the 76ers won 122-110. All right. Yet again, no Jason Tatum. Right? This is a healthy 76ers team. Right? Yep. They did win, but I just feel like both of these teams have a few players that need to play better, honestly. Right? I agree. Danny Green, it's time to go, bro. Like you really
Hey, I was talking to one of my brothers the other day. Man, we sit here looking at Danny Green, bro. Man, this dude is out here just shooting like 1 for 6 from like the 3-point line. I'm like, man, this is like this is not the same Danny Green that I grew up on watching. Like I grew up on the Danny Green that he set a record in the finals for
him and Gary Neal.
The game were in the final series. Like Danny Green, I really think that I think it's him losing confidence. because I don't really think it's a age issue with him. I really don't. I really think that it's just him
Cause
just
shooting is timeless. You can
comfortable.
shooting is timeless, bro. There's been plenty of players
Yeah,
in the NBA who have been old, who are super athletic, and would turn to shooting to extend their
like
career.
yeah,
Vince Carter.
like he just won 6 and 10 and the other day, like last game
Yeah.
against like Danny Green. Like they just ask you just to make a shot. That's it. And if you can't prove that you can make a shot, bro, you're either gonna be just
He
getting
might have
bounced or
to. He might have to go back to the Spurs.
out the league.
He might need some of that good old Popovich coaching because he might have to just go back to the
Yeah,
Spurs.
something. Something.
Yeah, because what do we have? Seth Curry doing a good job. I like what Seth Curry doing this season. 15 points, right? Matisse Thybulle, 9 points and 4 rebounds, but I think his stats is beyond what they show on the stat board. Because Matisse Thybulle is really, I like Matisse Thybulle. Dwight Howard, you're gonna say he coming off the bench, he's not scoring, but he's getting rebounds, right? 12 rebounds, bro. Like, bro's hooping.
Yeah, he's a good three.
Tobias Harris is doing really good right now. 23 points, 3 assists, 8 rebounds. Um, Joel Embiid doing what Joel Embiid does, 38 and 11, right? Ben Simmons 15 and 11. I don't like that coming from Ben Simmons because I think he can do 25, 11 easily, right? But this is what it is.
Get a shot. He is good. But
Yeah,
the dedication, like you have to want to get better for yourself. Like we're not gonna be able to do it for you. Like you're gonna have to want. You're 6'10". You can shoot almost over any guard in the league. The only guards that you'll probably have trouble with shooting over is probably Lonzo or those kind of tall
like them
guards.
them, them two-way lockdown guards.
Yeah, yeah, you got guards like that. You're 6'10". You're pretty swole. You're strong. Move these little guards out the
Yeah,
way, man. Like you have so much potential right now that you are really holding your own self back.
yeah, and like even like on the Celtics, bro. Jaylen Brown, 42 points, 9 rebounds, right?
Yeah.
Uh, Marcus Smart, 20 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds, and you know he's playing defense, right?
Yes, you know he's out there playing defense.
Kemba Walker should get traded, right? 19 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. He needs
Yeah,
to
don't
be
do Kemba
traded.
like that, man. Man, I love Kemba. Don't do him like that.
Trade him now. Get him out of there. For real, bro. Like,
Don't do it
uh,
like that.
all
But
serious.
what I think the Celtics are missing to be a very lethal team, they're missing like a Lou Williams or
Like, yeah.
we seen Dennis Schroeder on the Thunder or
Yeah,
like
a
they're
good 6 man, but that's the thing. I think that can be Marcus Smart when he's not starting.
like,
When
honestly, if I'm the Celtics right now, I'm thinking about trading Kemba away and trying to get Karis LeVert. Honestly, I've been saying
but
I
do you
think
think the
LeVert-
Pacers would give away Karis LeVert? Do you think the Pacers would give away Karis LeVert?
I
I
don't even
think
think they
because
would because
because
he's
what
not
they
gonna be playing for a long time and
what if
Kemba
they but
could
what if they got like a Jordan Clarkson,
yeah or so yeah like something like that like a good six man that could come off the bench and help you out. I
Yeah,
think that would be that itself would be wonderful.
yeah, that would be nice. What if they could even try as right now? They could try to get them an Eric Gordon, try to trade for Eric Gordon or something. Because if the well, I don't know. I wouldn't want the Rockets to have Kemba Walker. I don't know where Kemba Walker would go. I don't like Kemba Walker right now. What he's doing. I know he's off. He just came off of an injury, but I do not think he's gonna be effective on the Celtics like they thought he was going to be. Right? He obviously not going over to Charlotte. They moved on. They have point guard issues right now. Right? Um, I don't know. Like maybe they could try to work out a trade. I don't think the Spurs are not going to give away DeJounte Murray and Keldon Johnson. That's a
Oh,
good duo they got working.
my bad.
You said what?
So my mic was muted. My
Oh,
bad.
sorry. Uh, what else? I mean, Tristan Thompson did hoop out that crazy this game. Really, if the Celtics need to get Jason Tatum back ASAP, or they're gonna be in trouble because Jaylen Brown is hooping all by himself, and they're wasting valuable time. When this Jason Tatum Jaylen Brown duo will be crazy. They can drop 40 together. So
We got good chemistry. Now, honestly, what I think is like if we go look at the other game that they played the other day when Embiid had like 42 and 10,
mhm.
like they really need a good bench player. Like the Celtics are a good bench player away from being title contender because right now you're not messing with the Bucks, you're not messing with the Nets at this point.
Because
You
right,
need-
like Semi Ojeleye, he's not gonna hoop out for you. He's not gonna score for you. Robert Williams is not gonna score for you. Jeff Teague is old. He's not scoring for you, bro. Javante Green is not gonna score for you. Daniel Tice is not a scorer like that. He's a big guy.
23 points off the bench like that. Bro.
Yes, Peyton Pritchard is not like that yet. He's not gonna drop 20 points a game for you like that off the bench.
If you guys want to win, you
Yes.
guys better.
Yeah, that's what I noticed a lot too. Like literally, their only good bench players right now are probably when Jason Tatum comes back is going to be Grant Williams and Marcus Smart, right? Right, and that's gonna be it, bro. Because that's not even. And Marcus Smart is really starting this season. So so you can never know because I honestly I don't have confidence in this team right now as a long term game. They like before this trade deadline, and it's gonna be so fun when the trade deadline comes because we can make a whole video about that alone in itself. But the trade deadline, I need to see a lot of trades, bro.
Yeah, I
need
just
to
see
serious
some.
trades.
If you guys are not gonna get better, we're gonna be sitting here talking
Because
about.
everybody has starters, but y'all have no role players.
Yeah, we're gonna be sitting here talking about can the Lakers go on the 3P because honestly, I don't see a team competing with them right now. There's not gonna be a team. They might 3P. LeBron might be 6-6 in the finals, 3P. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I guess, but right now,
I just don't see it. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, we can do that right now.
yeah. So it's just up in the air, but we can go on to the next thing because I feel like there's nothing more to talk about with this team. This is a hurt Celtics team going against a very strong, good coached 76ers team. Shout out to
Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers.
He
Shout out
was
to Doc Rivers. He's not the problem. This is 11-5 76ers team. Yes, sir. Shout out Doc Rivers. All right. So now we're gonna go into this Lakers Bucks game. All right. I'm gonna let the LeBron fan go crazy for a minute. So
Yeah. Well, see, I mean, yeah, I'm a fan of LeBron, but I call myself, I am a witness of greatness. I witness greatness. I keep it a book. I don't sit here and take up for LeBron every time. I admit when it's wrong. I admit when he's right. But I love greatness and totally. But what was great was the fact that we go back to what Skip Bayless said. Oh, LeBron James, he can't close the game. Oh, he cannot score in the fourth quarter. What did
he had a dagger. He had a dagger at the end of the game, right?
What did he? He had 12 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Shut that thing from Curry range.
Yeah,
Right.
wasn't that 3 a dagger too? Yeah.
Yeah.
I look. You know how I feel about LeBron.
He threw it up and walked the other way.
You know how I feel about LeBron, but I'm gonna give him credit for this. I will give credit where it's due, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be for real. LeBron had a really good game. AD could have played better, but LeBron did take up. He also did have a lot of help from. I cannot lie, did not expect KCP to hoop out like that. I did not expect KCP to go ahead then, right?
Like they did good and all. But what I have a problem is Montrezl Harrell, he has 12 points.
Yeah. Dennis Schroeder,
Dennis Schroeder. I don't know what's going
Marc
on.
Gasol.
You cannot go 2 for 10 from the field like that, bro, man. You have proven I still love the Thunder. I watch the Thunder, so Thunder, Rockets, and LeBron. That's all I watch. I seen Dennis Schroeder on the team back when he was so confident. He was shooting it. He was crossing dudes over, getting to the lane with ease. Him and that chemistry with Steven Adams, like it was so many things that Dennis Schroeder could do. And for some reason, he has 4 points and he shot 2 for 10. You got to be the 6 man that you have proven to see. Kuz.
Can we talk about some real quick?
Yeah.
Marc Gasol, 4 points per game.
Yeah. Like
4
I
points
need.
per
Yeah, I
game.
need.
He has not had a double-digit game all season. His season high this year is 6 points.
Yeah.
He's not even getting rebounds.
Yeah, he's not. He had 3 rebounds this game.
That's ridiculous.
Braun had 6. Anthony Davis had 9. Montrezl had 5. Kuzma had 5. Caruso had 4. The only person you had more rebounds was Dennis Schroeder and Wesley Matthews. You are 7 feet tall. You shouldn't be having 3 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
Like that's what we need to see something out of this Lakers team that Because I still don't see the team right here. If they all perform the way they're supposed to perform, they're gonna three-peat
Yeah,
regardless.
Dennis Schroeder's averaging 13 points per game, so I'm
Yeah,
not
he,
mad at him, right? He
yeah,
had
but
25 points against the Warriors.
I think what got to him was the pressure this game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
It
think
was,
that's the thing. Like when you playing with LeBron, it's a whole different thing because he's so great.
and yet again, I say this: you're being guarded by Drew Holiday, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Drew Holiday.
That's exactly what I was
You're
about
being
to
guarded by Drew Holiday, bro.
say.
This is a really good two-way guard who had 22 points again, right? So
Consistent. What we just talk about consistency.
consistency. Yep, Dante DiVincenzo, 10 points. And what did I say? Look at the bench. Look at this bench. They're not hooping, bro. You have no bench players. This team, a lot of people need to start trading for bench players, bro. Because the Jordan Clarksons, the Lou Williams, these are not everyday casual players. You need to find them. You need to make your own role players. Because a lot of role players are not being developed the way they need to. Yes,
And if you don't want to trade, find a different rotation.
that's what I'm
Find
saying.
something. Because the things that y'all are doing right now, it is not working. If
Yeah.
you don't want a good bench, you just don't want to win.
yeah.
If this team don't do nothing, the Lakers are going to three-peat. I'm so serious when I say that.
A good team of starters does not get you to the finals. A
I'm
good
telling you.
team gets you to the finals.
A
When
good
you
team, that's what it
when
takes.
you
That's
have
the thing.
yes when
We're not
you
gonna
do you
win
realize
about-
like people do not realize the teams.
They not gonna win it by themselves.
Yeah.
It takes the whole team.
When
Everybody
they-
has to lock in one unit.
The teams at the beginning of the season that'd be like, this team is the best bench in the league. Guess what? They in the finals. The team that has the worst bench in the league, you're not gonna get to the finals because the moment your starting lineup comes out, y'all are getting dominated. There's nobody to score for y'all. That is not good.
You got guys that can play 40-some minutes a game.
Yes.
You can bring them out. You know,
Yes.
look at Jimmy Butler in the finals.
Jimmy Butler in the finals. Look
He's
at
tired.
Game 5, which I think is one of the best finals games I've ever seen in my life. Game 5 in the
Yeah.
finals when Jimmy Butler played that full game. It went to it was close game at the end.
Yeah, the
Yes.
Lakers won that game.
That Danny Green 3.
30-point game.
They came out too confident. I'm not gonna lie, they
Like,
came out too confident because Anthony Davis had the prototype Kobe's on that game. They had the Mamba fits on. He had them gold, like I said, Anthony had them gold Kobe's on. And I think they came out really confident. They were really happy. And I don't think anybody expected Jimmy Butler to play that whole game and hoop the way he did.
yeah,
And,
we had like 42.
It was like 42. It was 42 or something like that. He was
Yeah.
that end of the game. That end of the game was crazy. It was LeBron and Jimmy Butler back and forth, back and forth. It was a good game. Like I said, the thing that messed up was LeBron, and I really blame that last part. I know we're gonna talk about it a lot, but I really blame that last part on LeBron. A lot of people talk about the Mamba mentality. Listen to me. You gonna understand when I finish it, right? A lot of people talk about Mamba mentality this, Mamba mentality that. You know what the real Mamba mentality is. I don't have no teammates on the court. I'm finna get this shot off. It's me. This is about me. I'm gonna score this bucket. At the end of the game, when Jimmy Butler had just did what he did for his team and he scored all them points for his team, what does LeBron do when it's the last shot of the game and you need to take that last shot? You pass it to Danny Green. You need to take that shot. I would have rather LeBron James take that shot than Danny Green. And that's coming from somebody that doesn't like LeBron. LeBron shoots that, he makes that, or he at least draws a foul. What do? You pass to a wide open Danny Green who proceeds to miss a wide open shot, and you know he has not been a good shooter all series. And what happens? Markieff Morris gets the ball and throws it out of bounds while trying to give it to Anthony Davis. LeBron, you should have took that shot. And you cannot tell me I'm wrong. LeBron should be taking that shot.
Remind me to never play pickup basketball with you.
Bro, are you serious?
Remind me to never play
Are
pickup
you
basketball.
serious? Are you?
You said LeBron should have taken a shot over Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, and Jimmy Butler.
Yes.
You remember, you know, back in the day when we see that meme, you know how Kobe was a ball.
Yeah.
You know, he shot up with the Bulls, and they like, this is what Kobe would have done. They put up the Bulls picture of him shooting over, you know,
Yeah.
Carlos looking all them boys.
Yeah.
Kobe got blocked for that game winner, trying to shoot over all those people. I have one of the best 3-point shooters in the history of our game. Even though, he hasn't been consistent. I'm not shooting. You said he should have taken a shot over 3 people.
Should have taken the
Rather
moment.
than-
I'm telling you right now. Bro.
Teammate.
Trey, bro. The moment LeBron had that ball in his hand, there's nobody else on the court but me and their other team. I'm taking that shot. This is your moment. If he makes this shot, that series is over. And LeBron, that's an iconic LeBron James shot. But what do? You pass the ball. You take that shot. I'm telling you, take that
wide
shot.
open. You were mad at him for passing the. You mad at him for making the right basketball play. Is what I'm hearing.
But did they win? They win. It's not always about the right basketball decision or not. It's about do you realize that Danny Green was not having a good series that year. He's not shooting the ball well. So when you give it to a wide open Danny Green, the moment he got that, I was like, oh, he gonna miss. And what happened? There's literally
him drop. Okay, because he was at the wing, and we're not gonna spend too much time on it because it's not
yeah.
really that thing. But this is my final point. He was at the wing. He sees Jimmy Butler's on Danny Green, and he has Duncan Robinson or Tyler Hero guarding him, and there's somebody else in the corner, and you have KCP on the left corner. You got Danny Green at the top of the key. AD is at the corner. I think Markieff Morris is right down there at the block. LeBron is driving to the paint. Everybody is on him at this point. Jimmy came down from Danny. He is wide open at the top of the key. You got KCP in the corner. I'm not mad at Danny Green for missing that shot.
I am.
Because if I had put anybody else in that position, I'm going to need the greatest shooters of all time, whether it is Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Larry Bird, or Ray Allen. That shot. It's going to take me because if I drop anybody else shooting that shot, I think they're going to miss. You want to know why? Because you got all this stuff going through your mind right now.
Danny Green should not be missing that shot. Danny Green has been in that situation multiple times.
It was a good miss. It hit the front of the rim. It was a good miss. It probably felt good coming off his hand.
Tell me right now. Yes, you should be mad at Markieff Morris, but tell me right now. Should Danny Green be missing? He wasn't even back far. Should he be missing top of the key wide open 3-point shots? There was nobody in range. He was wide open top of the key. If this was 2K, he literally had wide open and green on his stuff. You should not be missing that.
He missed it. And guess what? Everybody misses. Kobe has missed game winners. Bron has missed game winners. MJ has missed game winners. Ray Allen has missed game winners. KD has missed game winners. And we don't see that talk about. I'm not bad at him for missing a shot because it was a good miss. It hit the front of the rim. If I drop anybody else on the planet, whether it be you, me, if I drop anybody else on that planet, y'all probably gonna panic and airball, or pass to somebody else. And what I think Danny Green should have done, KCP was wide open in the corner.
Yeah. That's what, because when I see that, I thought he was gonna pass to KCP, and he passed to Danny Green. I'm like, oh,
KCP was ready. He was cooking that game.
And he was cooking that series. KCP had a really good final series.
I'm not gonna sit here and say LeBron should have taken a shot over 3 people while I have a wide open shooter in the top of the key. Because if that's how you feel, now listen, if that's how you feel, George should not have passed it to Steve Kerr. If that's how you feel,
that was a written out play, bro.
Jackson at 91 should not have scored the Bulls' last 10.
Those are written out plays, bro.
Those are rebounds.
That Paxson was a written out play, bro.
It was a written out play.
Jordan really told him in the huddle. Jordan literally told him, he said, "Stand right there, I got you." In the moment
Okay. Now what? Okay, so what's the difference? They were both wide open. Steve Kerr was wide open. Danny Green was wide open. What's the difference? John Paxson was cooking up that game.
Yeah, give it to the hot hand.
Yeah, it might not have been.
Danny Green is not the hot hand.
Might not have. Okay, so LeBron had the hot hand, right?
LeBron and KCP were the hot hand in that game for the Lakers. It was LeBron and KCP. KCP was lighting them boys up that game.
Right.
LeBron was hooping.
I say then it just should have killed KCP. But sit here and tell me that Jordan didn't always have a hot hand.
Bro, what are you talking about? If Jordan, yes,
of course, Jordan had the hot hand. KCP had the hot hand.
Let me get the heat off me real quick. Let me pass it to get the heat off me real quick. Right? But you don't pass it to the coldest hands on your team. You're not passing to somebody who's ice cold at the 3-point line.
What I'm hearing is if the game is on the line, you're gonna go up with the stupidest shot on the court and I hope that it goes in. That's what I'm hearing.
Then give it to the ice cold dude at the top of the key, who you know is gonna miss the shot.
And what if he made it?
Then we would be talking about something completely different today.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
guess what? We are not because
And
he
get
keep
and you
making
know
it.
why we be talking about something completely different? It's because he made the right basketball play. If you're not gonna make the right basketball play, don't play
If
basketball.
LeBron
This is
would have made if LeBron would have made that shot, what would we be talking right now? You would be saying LeBron's the
something
greatest
different,
of
right?
all time.
It's
You'd be saying
something different,
LeBron's the
right?
greatest of
And
all
what if
time.
he would have
You'd be
missed it?
posting his
And what
picture
if he would have
everywhere.
missed it? And what if he would have no, no, and what if he would have missed it? We'll be sitting there talking about you should have passed it to the wide open Danny Green at the top of the key.
No, I
That's
wouldn't have. No, I wouldn't have. I would have respected that decision. I'm be honest. I would have been like, LeBron, I respect that decision. You took
no,
that
you would
shot.
not.
Yes, I would
You
have.
are the biggest LeBron hater I know. You are the biggest LeBron hater I know. You like a Skip Bayless.
Bro.
If LeBron would have taken that shot and he would have missed it, LeBron should have passed it to that wide open Danny Green at the top of the key. Danny Green missed the shot. Oh,
No.
he
Like
should
I
have
said,
passed.
I would have rather than pass it to KCP. I would have rather than pass it to KCP.
The only reason why y'all are mad at LeBron not taking that shot is because y'all don't like him. It's just simple.
No.
Y'all don't like him.
No, my God.
It's double standards. It is always double standards when it comes to Bron.
LeBron sexuals.
Bron gets swept in the finals, and guess what? Bron gets swept in the finals, and we were talking about MJ gets swept the first round. Oh, MJ went up against the Celtics. You want to talk about Bron missing game winners back in 2019? I remember like it was yesterday. Kevin Durant, when he was playing the Utah Jazz, he had a good shot right in front of the rim in the key. And he had missed it, and Jerebko came over there and tipped it up, and they won the game. Had that been LeBron James, y'all would be sitting there talking about, oh, LeBron James.
Oh my God, bro.
Am I lying or am I right?
Bro, wait, no, that's not what would have happened, bro. That's not what would have happened, bro. It's not what would have happened, bro.
Oh
Look,
yeah, I know.
we gonna come back to this another day. I'm telling you, there will be a day when this comes back. And I'm telling you,
I'm waiting though.
Yeah. You better be ready. You better be ready because it's coming back. All right. But there's one thing. There's one more thing. There's two more things actually I want to talk about before we go to this last our performers of the week. All right. And that is we gonna talk about one. We're gonna talk about this. Actually, I'm gonna say that one for last. So now we're gonna talk about what happened yesterday, right? Curry passed up Reggie Miller on the 3-point list. He's now number 2, right behind Ray Allen. And really, I say, do you think at this point he's the greatest 3-point shooter / shooter? I guess 3-point shooter and shooter of all time, or when
the shooter of all time ever since.
and do you think how long do you think it's gonna take him to pass up Ray Allen? I think he's like 431 or something. Like he's like 400. It's like 400 something behind. So
Yes. I completely think Curry is the greatest shooter that has ever picked up a basketball and shot it. He's been the greatest shooter for a couple of years now, ever since 2015. You know, we've never seen somebody change the game like him. He's changed the game way better than I think anybody ever could. So, whether it's been MJ with the shoes, whether it had been AI with the dribble moves,
yeah,
whether it's been LeBron, whether it been LeBron being able to be that superstar, leave your hometown team and still get that championship. I think Curry has really done something special with the
he's
game.
literally changed the whole basketball game. It's 3-pointers city now.
Like it is 3-point land from here on out. Like it's never up to mid range. It's and he's always been the greatest shooter of all time since 2016. If you think otherwise, like I honestly don't think there's any debate at all. Because this dude he had a 3-point record the year before, came back the next season, broke his record in the middle of the season. He's the greatest shooter we have ever seen. He can shoot the ball from anywhere. It don't matter how many hands are in his face. He is the greatest shooter of all time. And I know he's gonna pass Ray Allen. I think he can pass it up in once. I think if they get key pieces, and he goes back to that MVP season, I think he can pass him up in the next 2 seasons. I give him 3 seasons at most because just like you just don't know what could happen from here on out.
Yeah.
Like I honestly give him 3 seasons. He's gonna be number 1, but him being at number 1, it doesn't change anything. Him being at number 2, him being at number 3, number 4, number 5, whatever the case may be, it doesn't change the fact that he's gonna be the greatest shooter of all time.
Yeah.
From as of this point right now, he's the greatest shooter.
And I think what makes it even more better is the amount of games it took him to get there. And a lot of people don't talk about this, but you can obviously tell the difference between the past and the present, right? The pace of basketball is way quicker than what it used to be, right? People are going up and down the court way faster now.
It's way more ISO and it's way more time.
So yeah. So honestly, my next question was gonna be: do you think that once Curry's career is said and done, will anybody pass it up? Right. And I think at the moment, there's no players in the NBA right now that I think that would break his record or that would make it up the list as high as him. But I do think in the future, if the pace of the game keeps improving as it is, there will be somebody that one day does shoot more threes than Curry does.
Yeah,
But
right now, I think you got two guys. I say Donovan Mitchell and Trey Young.
mm,
Donovan Mitchell, he became the youngest player I think to reach
for
600.
600, yeah, it was something like that. It was like recently.
Trey Young, he's out there shooting lights out almost every game. Like Trey Young is out there doing what's Curry doing. He's prime Curry, whatever prime Curry was doing, Trey Young is doing right now. He was doing it in his rookie season, his sophomore season. I honestly think that he can has a great chance of being one of the greatest shooters of all time, and he has a great chance to be the greatest shooter of all
Mm,
time if he's consistent. If you watch, because some people don't watch Sox games, they just watch highlights and stuff.
mm-hmm.
Every game, I promise you can go to every game he's played. He's gonna have at least 2 or 3 3-point shots from the logo or from really deep range. And I honestly think that if he, I know that the greatest shooter of all time is probably in the eighth grade right now, and we probably don't even know who he is. He's probably in eighth grade, ninth grade, 10th grade.
In
He
his
might be.
mama's stomach or something.
Yeah. He's out here. He's outside playing with his friends right now, doing watching TV right now, and we don't know it. But like records are always gonna be broken. And it's
Mm,
gonna take a long time for it to be broken. But I think it's gonna be very hard to overcome 402 402 threes. Did he have Curry in 2016?
yeah, I think it was something
Yeah,
like that.
that's gonna be very tough because looking at how many shots he made and the fashion that he did it, I'm having flashbacks right now when he was going up against my Thunder that game.
Yeah,
And,
402 threes in the season, 45% from the field.
yeah, like it's gonna be very difficult to break that because in order for you to break that, you're gonna have to have one of the greatest centers of all time and have the greatest shot of all time to break that. Because 402 threes in the season is a lot of threes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of shots, and that's a lot of practice, and a lot of hard work, and a lot of dedication, and a lot of mental health too. And it's
You
gonna
don't
take,
get like that just sitting down on the couch all day.
yeah,
You
you
grinding
don't,
24/7.
yeah, like yeah, he
And
Curry,
that's why as long that's why I always say this. It was just kind of like the same situation when Kobe was hooping. You could hate Kobe all you want. You could disrespect him all you want. But when it's all said and done with these dudes' careers, same thing for LeBron. You got to give these people their respect
yeah,
because
Kobe.
because
He's the most skilled player of all time.
yeah, because these players you got to give them their respect. You cannot like them when they're playing because they might be a rival to your team. They might have did you dirty, but when it's all like when their careers are said and done, you should know these are really impactful players. The league is not gonna be the same without them. When they gone, that's the end of it. That's the end of a generation.
Yep, you did the same thing from all the way back in the beginning of time of the game. George Mikan, you pass it on down.
Mhm.
Bob Cousy, Sam Jones,
Mhm.
Casey Jones, Bill Russell, all those guys. Keep going down.
Mhm.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Worthy,
Mhm.
Byron Russell, Magic Johnson, Larry
Yep.
Bird, Kim, Robert Pierce, Dennis Johnson. All these guys, you're gonna have to give them their respect and their credit
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, they are what makes the game of basketball.
Yeah.
Without them, this sport is nothing.
Yeah.
Without them, they
Yes.
are the reason why we play basketball.
Mhm.
Look at it.
And that's
Dr.
a
was I think he said he was influenced by Elgin Baylor or something like that. I can't remember it. And then Jordan said he was influenced by Dr. J. Kobe, he was influenced by MJ.
yeah.
LeBron,
Dr. LeBron. I mean,
MJ.
yeah.
You
But
got
you call it Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan got his free throw line shot. I mean, free throw line dunk from Julius
Dr.
Irving.
J.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
exactly. You gonna have to
Julius
always give
Irving
this.
was the first person to do. That's what a lot of people do not know. Julius Irving was the first person to do the free throw line dunk. He did it at Rucker Park in front of this dude, and that's how they found Julius Irving.
Matter of fact, when Jordan did it, I think he went over to Dr. J, had him sign the ball, and he dunked
Yeah,
it. So, yeah, man, it was like a good, like a little kid's painting in disguise. But like at the end of the day, when these greats end up retiring, you're gonna have to give these guys the respect and that and like I hate the fact that we don't talk about the people from back then enough. Like we don't talk about the Kiki Vanderways and the Bob Pettits
the
and
Drazen Petrovic's and
Alex Jackson and
the
MJ
Pistol
Hornby
Pete's. Yeah,
Michael Coopers. We don't
yeah,
talk about these guys no more at all. And like Bernard King,
yeah.
Jerry West,
Joe
who
Frazier's.
like years like we don't talk about these dudes no more. And like it really hurts the game of basketball
I
because
said, bro, I feel like a clown. I said Joe Frazier. I mean Walt Frazier. My fault.
yeah,
Thinking
yeah,
about
yeah,
boxing.
Walt Frazier, like Alex English, Fat Lee,
Yeah.
these guys, dude. Like they have done so much for the game of basketball, and it is overlooked because we just
Even more recently, like Penny Hardaway. A lot of people don't talk about Penny
yeah.
Hardaway and how iconic he was. Penny Hardaway was the first of his kind in the NBA. There was no, I mean, Penny, yeah,
Tracy McGrady,
yeah.
them boys from back then, dude, like we don't talk about them enough. We just want to talk about the LeBrons and the Stephs and the MJs and the Shaqs and the
Mm-hmm.
Wilts. We want to get deep down and gritty to all those other dudes who influenced those guys to play the game as well.
And
Those,
the funny thing is, Bill Russell has the most. He has literally the most unbreakable record in the NBA to this day, and it will
yeah,
never
like
be broken.
there's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can do. You cannot get 11 rings. You cannot get a championship as fast as he can. It's not possible anymore.
Not possible. Like literally, it is not
It's not
possible.
possible because they have 5 games. They have 5 game playoffs back then. We have 7 games now. Literally, if
Yeah,
they got a sweep, it was 3 games. You cannot do that no more.
yeah. You can't. Yeah, you can't do it no
They
more.
literally said you could sweep somebody in every series and still
Yeah,
not
you
break
can.
the
You
record.
can you still won't break it. You still won't break it. And like and he doesn't get talked about enough either. This dude is like who I think he's the greatest defender of all time. Excuse me. He is the greatest defender of all time. He excuse me again, I'm sorry. He doesn't get talked about enough about his accomplishments. Because when we talk about MJ and LeBron and GOAT discussion, and we want to bring up achievements and stuff, we don't talk about how Bill Russell has 11 rings. I don't care what era he played in. I don't care who he played against. I don't care. I don't care how tall he was and how
Yeah,
and stuff.
he was jumping over people, getting
Yes, dude.
rebounds, getting triple doubles.
Yes, he did it. I don't care about the competition and stuff like that. He has 11 rings. The Finals MVP is named after him.
Hmm.
This dude, he could have won Defensive Player of the Year. God knows how many
Did you
times.
hear the like? Did you see the Hall of Fame talk when he was? I forgot who he was putting in the Hall of Fame. It was
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he
He
was like
said,
if I
"You,
was younger,
you, you,
you,
all y'all boys."
and I was like, I believe him too. I believe him
Yeah,
too.
I believe it. Yeah, yeah, I believe it. Yeah, like we don't talk about all these greats enough.
Yeah.
Claims, bro. Like we got to talk about all
And
of them.
I think it's like the same thing because I even one like as a kid I used to ask my mom like, Mom, what was it like to watch Michael Jordan play basketball? Because I can sit here and watch highlights all day. When you sit down and you're able to watch these greats do what they do best in like live in person and everything, it's gonna be a different experience than seeing highlights on YouTube or on ESPN. Like imagine if we were able to
Yeah,
experience, yeah, imagine we were experiencing even Michael Jordan. I mean, they were like, "Are you the goat?" He was like, when he was in the NBA, he was like, I can't say that because I never got a chance to play against the Wilt Chamberlains, the Robert Parishes. I never got a chance to go up against those people.
Tony Archibald.
Yeah, the like all these big people, like yeah. So yeah, I understand. So I think I would say the game of basketball will forever be timeless. I don't see basketball going nowhere. Um,
It's not going anywhere. And if you
um,
don't know your history, don't debate the GOAT debate.
yeah, yeah.
Please.
So
Somebody
yeah,
out saying Kobe's the GOAT.
yeah. So I just think yet again Curry had a really big impact on this NBA. Going back to that top, he had a really good impact. He's gonna go down as a great. I don't understand why people get mad about them when you see him in the top 5 or your dream team debates. When you have a dream of all,
He's the greatest warrior of all time.
oh
That's
yeah,
debatable.
yeah. So when they
You can argue Will, you can argue Rick Barry, you can argue Chris Mullin. He's the greatest warrior of all time.
yeah, none of the
That,
Nate. They're not gonna like. Obviously, you got people like Nate Thurman,
Yeah, yeah,
Chris, like Chris Mullen, all of them. People forget about Monte Ellis. Yeah,
You're not arguing with Curry.
yeah, but Curry is that boy.
What the hell? You can argue KD's in there. It don't matter. He is the greatest warrior of
Just know,
all
if
time.
Curry would have retired today, his name going up in that his going up in the bleachers. He going up in the bleachers. So yeah, and so I'm gonna go to the next topic now. The one thing I want to also talk about was the Shaq interview, right, with Donovan Mitchell. There's got a lot of backlash from NBA players like LeBron James and Kevin Durant as well. Donovan Mitchell had an interview with Shaquille O'Neal, and a lot of people were trying to say it's tough love because Shaq is really blunt with people. But he told Donovan Mitchell, he said, "You don't have what it takes to reach the next level." Right? And Donovan Mitchell just replied, I feel like this is a very disrespectful kind of comment. But how you feel about that?
I necessarily don't think that I think people are looking at it too weird because the generation is kind of getting softer and that words are breaking their bones. I think what Shaq is doing, Shaq is trying to be like that mentor and
Tough love?
That next level in him because I'm pretty sure that's what they told Shaq. And Donovan Mitchell, like some people don't watch him. Some people just look at the stats and watch highlights. If you watch Donovan Mitchell, this dude is a dog. Like he is tough. He is like, if you put Westbrook's athleticism with a dab of Curry's shooting and a dab of Kyrie's handles, you would get Donovan Mitchell. Like dude is an offensive weapon. And he's sick because I'm pretty sure that Shaq is pretty disappointed that he also took the 3-1 lead to Jamal Murray and them because they should have finished them off in 5 games. But what Shaq is doing, he's trying to bring out that
MVP caliber.
Yeah, that not even that MVP. He's trying to bring out that all-time great mentality that he knows is in Donovan Mitchell right now. Because dude has great amount of potential to go down one of the greatest guards of all time. Mm-hmm. Like he does. Like, if he didn't dunk, he would remind me so much of Isaiah Thomas. I swear he would. He would remind me of the bad boy Isaiah Thomas. It's not as much defense, but offensively, like he knows that. I think that's what Shaq is trying to do. He's just trying to bring out that next level in him. Like you said, that MVP caliber Donovan Mitchell that we know that is in there. Right now, they are second in the West now. Dude is averaging like 28, 8, and 6 over the last 7 games. Shaq knows that there is another level in there, and he's trying to bring it out.
Yeah.
So that's what I think about that.
Yeah. Man, so like really, when it comes down to it, LeBron and KD said, they were saying they're sensitive, right? And there's really constructive criticism from the NBA players, but LeBron and them was talking about. She was saying, LeBron James said right here, there's a difference between constructive criticism and soft hating, though, right? He said, I've seen it come both my way, mostly the hate, and you can hear it in their delivery, right? And then Durant also said, these old heads need to enjoy their retirement. These boys have coached. These boys have coaches they work with every day, right? And coming from LeBron, I guess a lot of people are seeing it in a different way, right? Because LeBron is in defense of Donovan Mitchell, right? And I think there is a certain extent of constructive criticism, but if you're gonna tell somebody you can't make it to the next, you're not gonna make it to the next level just like that. You need to add something more to that, like tell them why, what they are doing wrong, right? Yeah. Tell me, and don't put me on blast like that in front of TV, in front of millions of people on television. Tell me that privately. Tell me that on the phone or something, and tell me why you think that, or say, now prove me wrong, right? But that's just the thing I didn't like. I wouldn't be happy getting put on blast, and I think Donovan Mitchell handled that very well because I would have got mad. I don't care if that's Shaquille O'Neal or not, right? I would have got way more mad than that because that's disrespectful.
Yeah, I don't care who that was. I don't care if it was Michael Jordan. I don't care who. You're not gonna do that to me, but
also that probably hurt a little bit on the inside. You know, you cannot tell me that. I doubt Donovan Mitchell is gonna say he never looked up to Shaquille O'Neal. That's a great right there.
One of the greatest centers of all time.
Yes.
You know, the most dominant player of all time.
Yes.
Like we would never see up to Shaquille O'Neal. And hearing that coming from him,
Like that will most definitely hit a zone.
Mm-hmm. So I really feel like that really hurt him, like in the inside aspect of things, and I just feel like they really should have and like I said, I know he's a very how I say this. I know he's very, like I said, I know Shaquille O'Neal's very blunt. He's not really nice to a lot of players. I guess he's always showing a lot of tough love, but I feel like he should have toned it down a little bit with this. I know a lot of players are getting sensitive, but this is not the. I guess now you could say this is a new era of basketball. A lot of players are not gonna be able to take those licks and stuff like that, right? And I think, but luckily, I feel like he said this to Donovan Mitchell because Donovan Mitchell is a player that can take those licks. Because after he got told that, I think Donovan Mitchell had a really good game actually the other day. After he got told that, let me actually find it because I think Donovan Mitchell, he scored, yeah, he scored 23, and then he scored 36 3 days ago, right? He scored 36 3 days ago, and so I feel like he's obviously improving as a player, right? But I don't know. I just feel like that wasn't the thing you tell somebody, especially what he in his like third year in the NBA.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's still improving, and a fourth year in the NBA. Yeah, he's still improving. His stats are getting better and better every year. So I think, and what I think he meant by that next level, I just think it was the MVP. Like I just don't think he thinks he's gonna be that MVP. He's just gonna always be an all star, right?
Right.
And but I don't know. I think I could see Donovan Mitchell in the future being an MVP caliber player. I think I could see him being that 30 a game player, right? Leading the Jazz up to something big. But yet again, we just got to wait and see. So like I said, this NBA, 5 years in the future, we don't know we don't know who gonna be the best in the league. So
Exactly.
yeah. All right. So now it's time to end off our little show with the player performer of the weeks. All right. I'm gonna go first this time because I got a pretty good one. All right. So for the East, I'm gonna do this because it's obvious. Player of the week gonna be Colin Sexton. Right. Bro's hooping out as my young bull. Is there more I need to say? Right. Yeah. And my West performer of the week is Eric Gordon. Right. This man, when John Wall is out the game, comes up at the beginning of the season, he was scoring 20. He had a 5-point game, a 4-point game, a 13-point game. John Wall comes out there like, hey, Eric Gordon, we need you to start. Come step up. 21 points, 22 points, 20 points, 33 points against the Mavericks. That's a Texas rivalry right there. He's hooping right now, and I like the fact that he's stepping up when somebody's out. That's what a good team needs. Somebody who can step up no matter what the situation is. So that's why that's my performer of the week. That's what I got.
Yeah, and like you said, it's obviously Colin Sexton. He can't be nobody different after that game. Yeah. And West, I'm gonna for the first time, I'm gonna say for the West is LeBron. Only because hear me out. It's only because the way that he showed up against the Bucks, his 34 points. You really think about it, like KCP, he had 23, and AD, he had 18. LeBron would have had his good with 24, 77, they're not winning this game. He had to go out there and do what he had to do. And with, Skip Bayless always talking about, how he can't perform up in the clutch. LeBron has never been clutch, which is obviously a lie. He is one of the, if not the most clutch player of all time. He's been clutch his whole career. But he came out here in the fourth quarter. He had 12 points. He hit the dagger. As a matter of fact, he had 12 points. He had 2 assists. He had 2 rebounds. Shot 67% from the 3-point line. Shot 63% from the field. He came out here with a mission, and he shut down any more comparisons to anybody who thinks that Giannis was better than LeBron. It does not matter. This dude is in year 18. That's what most people don't realize. LeBron is so great that most people have been watching him since he was drafted. But all of us have at least been watching from when he choked out against the Mavericks.
Yeah.
To now, and people think that he's still in the MVP form, and that's something that we have never said about anybody else. He's in year 18, just had 34 points. The fashion that he did it, that's my West, and Colin Sexton is my East.
All right. I can respect that a lot, actually. I mean, that's what is so cool about Performer of the Week. There's gonna be always a different person, because you think everybody's doing a really good job. I think this is a really good season in NBA, and I think they're doing a really good job. Other than obviously they gotta work out this COVID and everything, figure out how the playoffs is gonna go down and everything. But I feel like the NBA is off to a great start this season. There's a lot of teams. Definitely we gonna see some Suns players in my Performers of the Week later, if they keep hooping better. But yeah, and I feel like it's gonna be a really good. I feel like this is gonna be a really good season. So
way better than last year for sure.
yeah. So this has been episode 2. You said what?
Best season we've ever had.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. So this might go down as one of the best seasons, just because of the potential of everything. But yeah,
like, I can't really tell what's gonna go happen right now.
Yeah, we just have to wait till, like I said, the deeper we get into the season, the more unsure I'm getting about stuff. So
I'm really looking forward to the trade deadline. After the trade deadline. Trade
deadline is gonna be a fun one that we do, and the free agency one is gonna be a fun one to do at the end of the season.
The GOAT debate is gonna be a very fun one we do.
Yeah, and then we could do draft. We gonna have playoff trade predictions.
I'm still looking forward to it.
So yeah. All right. Well, this has been episode 2 of the Through the Hoop podcast. I hope you guys enjoy watching. I'm TJ, and signing out.